English with deck.
Right, let's go. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. 1 second. Ooh, that's a good cuppa. Mm. That's a good brew, is that? Bit cold, but it definitely hits the spot. You know when you make a good cup of tea, or if you're a coffee lover, a good cup of coffee, and it's just right, in the flavour and the amount of milk added, etc., etc. It's a good feeling, satisfaction. Mm. Complete and utter satisfaction. But enough about tea and more about meat. Meat. Dun, 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 dun. Now, if you are vegetarian or vegan, I do apologize in advance. This episode may not interest you that much, but feel free to listen anyway, even if you are vegetarian or vegan. Everyone is welcome, of course, but this episode is specifically about meat. Um, don't worry, I have an idea for a few episodes coming up soon, about vegetables and how it can be different around the world. So yeah, don't worry. I'm not singling anyone out here, but I wanted just to share about barbecues, you know, and barbecues, of course, they can have meat, veg, fish. There's a whole array of ingre- ingredients, ingredients which you can throw on the barbecue. It doesn't have to just be meat. It doesn't have to be veg. It doesn't have to be fish. It can be, well, any of those or a few others, of course. Um, but when I was growing up in England, for me, a barbecue was like hamburgers, corn on the cob, sure. Sort of fish, of course, but usually sausage, chicken drumsticks, that kind of thing, you know. Um, and being England, rain or shine, if you've got plans for the barbecue, well, it's England, so you just got to make the most of what you've got there. I know. I mean, if it rains on the day, sod it. Let's get the barbecue out anyway. You just got to tough it out. And then when I was obviously in Australia and New Zealand, big barbecuing culture in both of those countries. To the extent where what I really loved was the fact that they had the communal barbecue hot plates. So you could go to the beach, go to the park, and you I don't think you had to pay, to be fair, but you could just turn up, and if you were, well, lucky enough, or if you got there in good time, you could snag an open grill or share it with some people, of course, um and sit there with your family. And it's all communal, it's all open to the public, so, and usually you have a good view, and yeah, you do your barbecue there. Of course, I would say most accommodation I stayed in or visited or heard of in those countries, everyone had their own barbecue, of course. Eh, Coming over to Japan, I think barbecuing is quite different. Now, living up near Tokyo, um, being such a densely populated area, barbecuing at home wasn't such a common occurrence. Mainly just because a lot of the neighbors would complain, understandably. Barbecue smoke is just going into their windows, onto their washing and stuff. Not always ideal. There was sometimes like communal barbecues in the housing blocks, I did notice, but I never attended those. However, what you'd get the barbecue gardens, quite common. So you pay a fee, and then you get a load of meat. You get all the ingredients provided for you. If you drink alcohol, it could be all you can drink, as well as soft drink, of course. It's really good actually because it was a bit expensive compared to doing it yourself, but it's so easy. You just pay the money, eat the food, drink the drink, clean up a little bit, and go home. Done. Uh, and then, of course, if you get out of the main city areas, people do their own barbecues. Maybe down by the river. I haven't seen so much barbecuing in the park like you would see in England or other countries, actually. But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Just my experience. Um, but yeah, maybe down by the riverbank. So maybe it depends on the area very much in Japan, or at least in the sorry, in the more built up areas of Japan, as to the legality of it. So you have to be careful, otherwise you could end up with the police or some sort of security company just coming and telling you to tidy up. However, living where I live now in the countryside, it's open. There's plenty of opportunities, especially where I live. It's really close, well, on the beach, basically. It's not, I nearly said really close. I'd say it's more than that. It's on the beach, essentially. Actually, I'm pretty lucky that surrounding neighbors are very few. So few people to complain. So in the warmer months, we do barbecue every weekend, definitely. Not every day, but several times a week. It's easy, it's really reasonably cost effective, and it's fun. And now to the main point. My eldest daughter actually won a raffle a few weeks back. A few weeks back. And the second prize was, you'd never have guessed it, meat vouchers. And it was quite good. It was 10,000 yens worth of meat vouchers. So, just for those of you who are unaware, at the current rate, let me just check the app. It changed it 10,000 yen, £47 or 62 Australian, or in America. Oh, I'm so sorry. 89 Australian or 62 US. So she won that amount of money and it had to be used on meat at specific stores. So we went to the butcher's shop, ordered a load of meat, and we did a wee barbecue last night. We did it inside actually, just because of ease of cleanup, and the convenience, and also it was a bit nippy last night, to be honest. But wow, it was fantastic. The variety, the quality, it was just unbelievable. And you know, Japanese barbecue is a little different. It's usually smaller cuts of meat, less hamburger sort of stuff, more just like um, a little cut of meat, which you would then either eat on some rice or eat as it is after dipping into a little condiment or side dish. Lots of veggies and stuff like that as well. But oh wow, it was succulent. Absolutely delicious. Fantastic. Amazing. Tantalizingly mouth-watering. Mm. And it really made me think, okay, summer is just around the corner. Time to get the barbecue utensils cleaned up, dusted off, get some more charcoal ready, maybe a few firelighters. So that will be this weekend's shopping. And yeah, it is almost, well, it is, let's say, it is barbecue season. All right. Not sure where the accent came from. Okay. But yeah, always fun. So yeah, okay, well, that's all for today. So, as always, have a great morning, a brilliant afternoon and a fabulous evening. See you in the next one. Bye now.